Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be doing a couple of cool little replays I have for the Ashened deck for the most recent profile I have of it. I've got 4 replays here for you. 2 of them are really good. 2 of them are a little goofy. Either way, I think they show off some of the power and the fun and the grind of the deck. So this first replay is pretty short. It's only a couple of turns long. We have a really good hand here. We have like a Priestess and Obsidian for combo, as they do so well, and we're just going off here. He's letting all this slide, and then once we activate the Vados, that's when he drops the Impulse, and that's a huge problem. So we go for some kind of follow up here, because we obviously can't get the Vados, we can't get the fusion going, so we just summon our Perulia and go for Banshee to go for Volcanic Emperor. So we get the little burn, and I just ended off here because he doesn't give us an Ash in the graveyard, so we can't even go for the Promethean Princess line. So that's really the best we can do in that scenario, and just hope our hand traps are enough, because we are pretty stacked on hand traps. So the dude just Gamma Seals and just goes for all these water plays, and it's like maybe Ash on the Warrior of Atlantis wasn't that good, because we could have just Vados the field spell anyway. But he ends up with a Stealth Kraken, and we're not in that bad of a position. We're both pretty low on resources here. He can pop whatever. We have a Vados on his field, so we can blow it up. And I don't think any of the waters have any protection or anything. And we're getting our search. For the Priestess, we get an Extinguishing. We have the Volcanic Emperor in the grave. And then he drops a Zeus. And he doesn't Zeus right away, which makes sense. He Zeuses, he loses his Zeus because Vados, so he would end up on literally nothing. So I activate the Fusion Trap, and thinking I'm just going to use these two, I actually go into Blaze Phoenix. He absolutely does not see it coming, and he doesn't even bother with the rest of the duel. So yeah, that's pretty goofy. This guy's in here for Vados. I mean, not for Vados, for machines and machine matchups. So getting able, because they won't even see it coming. They just let Zeus go. So yeah, that's really great. This next one's much longer. If that first one was a bit short for you, there's a lot more going on in this one. Just not at first, because looking at our opening hand, we actually Brick here is actually a really bad hand. We can't even try and bait anything out for the triple tactics to be live, and then so we just set eternity end turn, and then he bricks too, and we draw. It's not that good, so we set again, and he goes, activates Branded Opening and Branded Regained, and passes. So we're in this constant back and forth of just bricks on bricks. At least we're stacking up on some hand traps and some kind of stuff going. And then he breaks the silence. He activates Primera. He summons Primera, and then everything just keeps going. So I'm hand trapping the first things as possible, because I assume he bricked, so there's not much going on here, right? Check this out. So he ball drakes, and then this set was True Light the entire time. He had a set True Light for 3 turns, and he didn't set any blue eye spells or traps for several turns. He could have got any of the blue eye stuff going. He just chose not to. No idea why. So he gets in for a lot of damage here, and my top decks still aren't good. And then he chooses to start setting the blue eye spell traps out of nowhere, just completely out of nowhere. So I triple tack. And then he has to negate it with a Baron. But I have a second one. I triple attack again, and it's not that amazing. But we get a chicken game, and we get some other stuff going. So we summon our Vados, getting rid of the chicken game. We take back control so we can out this Baron, because the Baron's going to be a huge problem in this kind of grindier game. So we can't deal with it. This Bestial Ball, Jewish Worm, is also going to be a problem. So we Impulse, because it's going to destroy it, because we have a trap engrave from the first Impulse. So we're looking pretty nice. He uses the wishes. We chain the Ash we just drew, he's trying to summon back. If he summons back, that's literally a game. So we have to call by it. And that unfortunately gives him a draw. And he draws into Synchro Rumble. And now he's going off on this. And he summons, he's using the Stardust stuff. And then he summons a Disbatter. And I'm like, well, Disbatter doesn't matter because neither one of us has any banished cards. He attacks for some damage, and then he Monster Reborns after he attacks. He could have reborn almost like anything in the graveyards and had game on the field, but he just chose not to. I guess he was, well, he couldn't have reborn my stuff because I would have taken it back. But he could have reborn like anything on his graveyard. He could have like Baldric or whatever, but some people just don't have it. So things are looking really bad. We don't really have much going on here. He's got the full Centurion set up. He's playing Centurion Blue Eyes, full Centurion set up. Top deck Awakening Vados. He chains. It's not an Ash, so we're going in. We out his field spell without having to destroy it, and now we have Vados, and now we start summoning our monsters. And because we summon, he summons back the Disbatter off the branded Regained. This is the most useless Disbatter of all time because there's still no banished. He's just sitting here, not doing anything. He hasn't negated anything, he hasn't destroyed anything, he hasn't summoned anything back. Literally the worst Disbatter of all time. So we have our trap set up already. We fuse away his board, and then we activate these to pop. And because of the effect, so these Centurion cards have so many like non-destruction effects. So this Synchro prevents face-up spell traps from being destroyed. This spell trap, this Centurion Primera, when it's a trap, level 5 or higher Centurions can't be destroyed. So they protect each other. So this Rekindling that we drew, like so many turns ago, we're going to negate the Auxilla so that spell traps, the face-up spell traps can be destroyed. And we're Chainlink 1-ing Vados, Chainlink 2-ing Fusion Vados, and Chainlink 3-ing this to negate this. So this is negated, and then all the spell traps can be destroyed, and then all the monsters will be destroyed. That's exactly what happens. So now we have this 5,000 attack monster. We have a couple of fodder for it to send to pop, and we draw, and it is the ever useful Perulia. But it's still pretty good. We still have some stuff going on here. So he sets one. We draw, extinguishing. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to disconnect on you. Connection failed. We know what that truly means, especially in this game state, board state. This guy was an absolute goofball. He whiffed game with the Monster Reborn. He refused to set anything off the True Light. It was a very, very goofy game. And now I have once more another goofy game. So before we showed off the Blaze Phoenix tech, and now we've got the Chicken Game tech. This game, we just Chicken Game. I don't know why it's so slow, but we Chicken Game again, and then we actually draw something decent. We draw the Vados, and it's like nice. Now we can Priestess into the Vados, Priestess into the field spell into the Vados, but that gets negated. So we draw two, draw hand traps and just more unuseful stuff. And I just go, all right, well, whatever. We'll just rock what we got. We'll see how it goes. He opens up with a Signet Mining. We instantly ash that. It's just a neg 1. It's really good for us. And then we see that he's on Marincess. So I just pop it on summon. Because he's so low on resources, he's already exposed that he has a field spell. And he's got not much going on. To be fair though, so do we. So we top deck the Extinguishing, which is pretty damn sick in this game state. And then we draw, and we get a DD Crow, which is not exactly the best. So we get rid of the Chicken Game, so our opponent can't draw, and then we Eternity, so that we can get back the Vados, and then he top decked Max C. So we out his field spell, and then we go into the Fusion. We've got all our traps. We've got all the Ashened back row out of the deck. Everything is right here. And we go into this Fusion, and we add back the Chicken Game again. Once more. And so we don't have much going on. And I just say, well, I'm already low on life points, so I can just chicken game here. We have so much stuff going on. Like, even if he has something good, like top deck something good, we just have so much to stop it. So we top deck the extinguishing off of the chicken game, and we can just go in for some really good damage now. He activates his trap card. I didn't even read it. It just prompted that I can use impulse on it. I just impulsed it. Didn't even know what it did. And yeah, he top decks Called by the Grave, and basically it. We resolved 4 chicken games. We only saw 2 chicken games, but we resolved 4 because we just kept recycling them off of this fusion. We had him in this weird loop of just popping the field, fusing, adding back chicken game. We drew so many cards, and it's insane to think that we just drew so many. Like this, like the quick play spell didn't get used, the DD Crow didn't get used. Like, who knows how long that would have gone on. All right, now here we've got a doozy of a game. This replay was saved a while ago, so you're gonna see the Beatrice. They're playing Beatrice. This is from like a while ago. It's the same build. The build hasn't changed, but yeah, this is just an older replay. So I absolutely love that DD Crow can banish Lurie, because Bestial can't do that because there's no monsters. Because usually there's no monsters on the field if they hard start that. But it means absolutely nothing. This guy normal summons an absolute problem, and he's just doing big deals on this field. He's going Fiendsmith. He's got the Spirit Gates, the Beckoning Beast. So he's obviously on the Ubel Fiendsmith, and he's just having an absolute blast. So obviously this card's banned now, but at the time it was not. So he foolishes the Lotus, and then you can go to the Muckraker and bring back the Lotus. If you note the cards he's been discarding for these random different effects, he's discarded an Ash, he's discarded a Fualos. Like, going first, going second, this guy's hand is absolutely insane, super busted. And he's just proceeding to full combo as if nothing matters. As if there's nothing going on in the world. As if I'm not even here. As if, like, we drew one hand trap, and it was a DD Crow, and all it really did was force him to normal summon. I don't really think the extra body would have done that much to like improve his board. It really seems like I did nothing. It seems like I just went neg-1 with how insane this board was. But you know, Lurie's gone forever, so there's that. So he ends on this absolutely insane board. He has 2 negates of a special summon. He's got this like fuse away one of my monsters, most likely into an SP Little Knight to banish one of my cards. This actually has an on-field effect. When I activate a monster effect, you can change the effect to destroy one Ubel on the field. And he has Phantom of Ubel to stop a monster effect. And he has this for protection. And he's got the Nightmare Pain, so I can only attack Ubels. There's an extreme amount going on here, but we fight through it anyway. We've got an insane amount of non-engine. I mean an insane amount of engine. So we start with the Bonfire, and he has a Max C. This guy drew Fualos, Max C, Ash Blossom, plus full combo. Like, that's absolutely bonkers. So we triple attack. We take the Caesar, and then we go into Zeus. And he makes a really weird play here. He goes for the Samsara de Lotus, and then it forces me to destroy his Ubel, and then he uses his Muckraker to protect his Ubel. If he just went for the Ubel, he would have had the, like, just a better, he would have just been in a better spot. So I found that very strange. So I go for the Priestess, and then he of course stops the Priestess with the Phantom of Ubel. And so now I'm just picking apart his board and playing into this Maxi. So I go to banish this Unchained, which was really good for us. And then he changed it to Link Summon, and I go SP Little Knight to dodge it. It's lit. We use our Awakening, we get our regular Ashened just stuff going. He's drawing. He used the Maxi. He had no cards in hand. Now I'm ending my turn with him having a full hand. because of that max seed. He completely full comboed me and then max seed. So we've got quite the game going on here. We've got 6 cards in hand, and he links the U-Bell and the other guy into Little Knight. I don't even bother activating the effect because I lose more there. And we've got this chain link of Little Knight and Little Knight. And then he just doesn't care. He just goes, hey, yeah, screw it. So he's doing all this now. All this Fiend and U-Bell stuff going on. He attacks into us a little bit. We take some damage. And then he goes into a Varudras. And I'm like, he's got a full hand. And now he's got a Varudras and a negate. And I've taken so much damage. And my Little Knight's not doing anything because of his Little Knight. So I go for the king because this is 3,000. So it's more than 28. So we can summon from the deck. And then I try and out the Varudras. And then Little Knight blocks me again. And that's really annoying. And what's even more annoying is that he top deck into another Maxi. So now I've got to play into another Maxi. And I have to deal with what he has established already. And then he drolls me. And it's like, dude, I was under Maxi. Like, why would you even bother with the droll? So he actually kind of saves us. So I go into battle phase with my monsters in defense. So that I don't have to deal with this nightmare pain. And then I'm able to go for the Promethean Princess line. And it's the usual Buggeroth, man. And then we can also summon the Volcanic Emperor and our Infernal Flame Banshee. And there's a lot on the field. There's so many things on the field on both players' fields. And he attempts to go to the battle phase, and I just go, you know what? We just gotta clear everything out. So we add the field spell back, and we just destroy all the monsters. And I prevent him from floating with the U-Bell. And then he pops that, and I go, oh, lit. Now I can get my Priestess. And this guy has Kashtira in here randomly. He has a random unicorn just hitting the field. And I'm like, well, this is really not good. Because now I'm on now he's got a big monster that's on the field. And he's got all this other stuff going on. He's got his change of an effect to a pop. He's got the birth. He's got the crash damage. So I hit the Emperor for some damage, and he chains. So I chain link 1 the Emperor, chain link 2 the Banshee, and he uses the Lotus to negate the summon of Banshee, which is very important because it makes me destroy the U-Bell, and he Kashtira Unicorn banishes a random monster. And then he summons off of that, and I get the Promethean Princess. And when he tries to float, I just negate the summon with the Impulse. I summon back the Buggeroth off of the Princess, and then we just go for game. Thankfully, they didn't have the Spirit of U-Bell, or yeah, that's one of the main decks to stop like an attack or whatever, or to summon itself when I declare an attack. Otherwise, that would have been game on the opposite end right there. But I thought that was a really, really crazy match. There was this dude literally full comboed max seed twice. He max seed me twice. He also drolled me, which ended up hurting him more than it hurt me, funnily enough, because I only had like 1 more search that turn. I actually 1 draw off the end phase, the opposite of him. The Banshee didn't really matter because she can just foolish the Emperor anyway. So he ended up hurting himself more than me. And then he randomly had Kashtira on top of all that. So we had to play around the Kashtira Birth, banishing so many important cards from our graveyard. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. That was a neat little array of goofy showcases and grind game showcases and just good plays overall and good dueling. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, like, comment, subscribe. That'd be really neat. And take care. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.